No, now said the host wasn't allowing me to unmute myself, but
It's absolutely not true.
okay.
I did no such thing.
Lying Zoom. Okay, we're not quite there, are we?
One more person. And one more minute.
And gotta get on the right glasses. Read the screen.
You're live on YouTube.
We made 7. I guess we
Yes.
need another participant, don't we?
Need one more person, but you can read through the remote meeting script if you'd like.
Okay. Okay. As a preliminary matter, this is Curtis Smithson, Zoning Advisory Committee Chair. Permit me to confirm that all members are present, can hear me. Guess I'm going to call out who I see on the screen. Ted Barker-Hook.
Ted is here.
Ryan Foisey.
Ron Foisey is here.
Rachel Rawson.
I'm present.
And at present, that's all we have. And staff, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. John Gelsich.
John Gelsich, present.
Good evening. This open meeting of the Zoning Advisory Committee is being conducted remotely, consistent with the recently signed an act extending certain COVID-19 measures adopted during the state of emergency. This act includes an extension until March 31st of 2023 of the remote meeting provisions of his March 12th, 2020 executive order suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law. The new law has 2 major parts. First, the new law allows public bodies to continue providing live, adequate alternative means of public access to the deliberations of the public body instead of holding meetings in a public place that is open and physically accessible to the public. Adequate alternative means may include, without limitation, providing public access through telephone, internet, or satellite-enabled audio or video conferencing, or any other technology that enables the public to clearly follow the proceedings of the public body in real time. Second, the new law authorizes all members of the public body to continue participating in meetings remotely. The open meeting law's requirements that a quorum of the body and the chair be physically present at the meeting location remain suspended. For this meeting, the Zoning Advisory Committee is convening a video conference via Zoom app. It's posted in the town's web meeting calendar and the ZAC agenda identifying how the public may join. Additionally, the meeting may also be broadcast by HCAM through one or many of its channels or platforms. Please note that this meeting is being recorded and some attendees are participating by video conference. Accordingly, please be aware that others may be able to see you and take care not to screen share your computer. Anything that you broadcast may be captured by the recording. Meeting business ground rules. We're now turning to the first item on the agenda. Before we do so, permit me to cover some ground rules for effective and clear conduct of our business and ensure accurate meeting minutes. I will introduce each item on the agenda. If members wish to engage in dialogue with the other members, please do so through the chair, taking care to identify yourself. Every agenda item will feature public comment. For items with public comment, after members have spoken, the chair will afford public comment as follows. The chair will first ask members of the public who wish to speak to identify their names and addresses. Once the chair has a list of all public commentators, I will call on each by name and afford 3 minutes for any comments. Finally, each vote taken in this meeting will be conducted by roll call vote. And it looks like we have Madhu has joined us and Elise. So we have a quorum. Our agenda is very short. Item number 1 is the election of board leadership positions. I'm going to step down this year because I'm going to be spending a lot of time in Arkansas working on my property and house out there. I'll continue to participate in ZAC, but putting the meetings together may be a little more challenging with my travel that's going to be happening. And I probably should have talked to some people about who might want to take over as chair. But when Mary said she wasn't going to be here, I told her she better be careful or she may wind up being chair again, just because of her absence. She didn't think that was terribly funny, but is there anyone that would like to try chairing for the next year? Like to volunteer? I'm assuming we have to nominate whoever might volunteer, but is there anybody interested in taking over as chair next year?
Do we need a sales pitch for chairmanship?
Not everybody all at once. It's not extremely challenging. Just trying to figure out what to have in the meetings and occasionally put together, some information for it. But I don't think we can go without a chair, so I guess we need somebody to step up, hopefully.
We will sit in awkward silence until somebody gets nominated.
If not, I'm not sure what the procedure is.
So Ron, I thought jokingly said that he would second my nomination. I didn't hear a first, and I've avoided being chair for a couple reasons, but I also think I've been here a long time and I probably avoided greater responsibility for longer than I should have. So if Ron's second has a first, and if nobody else is interested, because I certainly have plenty of other homework on my plate.
I would make a motion if somebody wants to second it.
I'll second that.
I will.
Okay. Can I make a motion as present chair, or should we let Elise be the first?
Doesn't matter.
Okay. Well, we'll let Elise nominate Ted, and Ron seconded. Anybody got any interest in being co-chair? Since we've been co-chairless since Sundar departed.
I'm happy to co-chair. I haven't been on Zach that long, but a year now. So I'm happy to be co-chair and learn the ropes.
Okay.
So point of order, I realize it was probably just a verbal typographical mistake, but it's vice chair. However, co-chair does hold some level of interest if people wanted to do that strategy. Or you could just do chair and vice chair and treat it as co-chairs if you want.
Okay, I guess I was, vice chair. Okay, so anyone want to nominate Rachel for vice chair?
I'd like to nominate Rachel for vice chair or co-chair, whatever title she prefers.
I second that.
And Elise seconded.
We probably have to define a title though, don't we, John?
Yes.
Yes.
What title do you like, Rachel?
I love co-chair.
Beautiful.
Co-chair.
Your team.
We're all in it together.
So we have nomination for chair and co-chair. I guess we need to take a vote on each one. All in favor of Ted Barker Hook to be chairman of the Zoning Advisory Committee for the next term? We'll take a vote. Elise?
Yes.
Rachel?
Yes.
Madhu?
Yes.
Ron?
Yes.
Curtis is a yes. And Ted?
I'll abstain.
Okay. And for co-chair, we have a nomination for Rachel Rawson. We'll do a roll call for that. Elise?
Yes.
Madhu?
Yes.
Ron?
Yes.
Ted?
Yes.
And Curtis is a yes. And Rachel?
Abstain.
Okay. So it looks like we officially have a chair and co-chair for the next term. And I will still help as much as possible, but I have a farm and 170 acres to take care of, and excuse me, a farm and a 170-year-old house to try to get restored in the next 5 or 6 years in Arkansas, so we can retire out there. So,
Quick question.
Okay.
Who was the second for Rachel's nomination? I have Elise moved. Who was the second?
It might have been me. I thought I moved.
Yeah, it was Ted.
Right.
It was Ted.
Ted moved it?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Yes.
second.
Got it. Thank you. Sorry.
Item number 2 on our agenda was the minutes from September 12th. I didn't see anything that needed to be changed. Did anyone else have any?
Point of order.
Yes.
Ted was elected chair and Rachel vice chair or co-chair.
So I'm
You're no
no.
longer chair.
Okay, good. Ted, take over.
Or Rachel. Did
It's
everybody get
brutal.
a
Sorry.
The second item on the agenda is the minutes from September 12th. I don't have them in front of me. Did everyone get a chance to read them?
Yes.
Did anyone see any changes to offer? I will entertain a motion to publish, confirm, what's the verb? To
Vote to
Approve.
approve the minutes.
approve. I will entertain a motion to approve the minutes, please.
So move.
And a second.
Second.
Great. Roll call vote. Ron,
Yes.
Rachel,
Rachel, yes.
Curtis Smithson,
Yes.
Elise,
Yes.
Madhu,
Yes.
and Ted Barker Hook is a yes. I think that brings us to the end of the agenda.
Through the chair.
Yes, Curtis.
I talked to
I'll get
Rachel
over
last
this.
night.
I'll get over this soon. It's very odd for me right now to be the person who responds.
I talked with Rachel on the phone last night about the public forum. That is set for October 24th. Is that correct?
The
Yes.
date I remember.
Okay, we wanted to make sure we verified that, and she talked to Chuck Joseph, who would like to make some comments and has some acquaintances that he would also like to be there. So we just wanted to verify exactly what that was. So it's October 24th at 7.
Yeah.
And
And I've talked to Jeff Doherty and he's looking forward to being a part. So
Okay.
hopefully, if other people had homework to go talk to people, hopefully if it hasn't gotten done, that it will over the next 2 weeks, whatever we have.
yeah, I'll have to look back at my notes and see if I volunteered to or not.
Through the chair, can I ask how we're going to publicize the forum on the 24th? If that's going to be different than normal or how we should publicize it, because I have heard interest in coming.
John?
So usually for the forum, we do it the normal agenda way, but then we'll also have a notice that goes out to local media, gets posted on the town's website, gets posted on, I think, the town's like Facebook page and Twitter. If there's, I can certainly give you the notice and you can distribute it however you want, but that's our standard process for extra notification.
And this is a forum for any subject can be brought in, I assume. Okay.
I'm also happy to publish it on through eHop too, to get the word out more.
I think IT sends it to eHop, Hopkinton Independent, and I think like 2 more papers, but I'm not sure. But I'm almost positive they send it to eHop.
Yeah.
But if not, you can always post it.
By the way, Elise, Nanda was cleaning up yesterday and I think we have some EHOP stuff to pass along to
Yeah.
you. Anything else? Again, we can't open a new real discussion because it's not on the agenda, but are there any other bonuses? No?
I think so.
Yes, John.
I've drafted 3 zoning bylaw articles that I'm going to put on the agenda for the 24th. So once the public forum is over, we can discuss those. They deal with solar as an exemption, or explicitly calling out rooftop solar as an exemption in site plan review. Provision of electric vehicle parking spaces and what's the third one? Changing the flexible community development bylaw, which is our inclusionary zoning bylaw, to be not require a special permit, and to change some other smaller things in there to make it essentially by right or as of right, rather than needing approval. And that's to put it in place before any MBTA community zoning gets put in place. But we can talk about that. We can talk about that more later. I'm
Out
sorry?
of curiosity, were those three all your initiative, or was somebody else chatting with you saying we had to look at this?
So the solar was combination of me and the building inspectors just having issues with people not really understanding that rooftop solar is exempt from site plan approval because it could be considered mechanical equipment on top of the building, but we wanted to clear that up. The EV charging is basically mine, except I did have some assistance from Nicole Simpson from the Sustainable Green Committee. And then the inclusionary housing is me and Elaine working on that to try and preempt any changes to MBTA communities if we do that.
Nice. Good.
Yeah.
I like those. Anything else from anybody?
Yeah, to the chair, the conversation I had with Chuck brought up two new possible areas that would be interesting for Zach to explore. One area was the ADU bylaw. So actually, I should ask, can we add those to an agenda? It doesn't have to be for the 24th, but for a Zach meeting, I'd like to add 2 items to the agenda.
So yeah, this would be part of the work plan, but we can, the three of us, Ted, Rachel, and I can talk offline and try and get that work plan updated, and then just a little bit more widely distributed. And we can add it. We can add these things to that, but I can add them to the minutes if you'd like.
That's great. The work session is great. Thank you.
Was there a second one?
Yeah, I'm sorry. So that one, and then there was some thoughts about tree bylaws and specifically how to implement those. So I guess that's not a new item. That's part of the tree protection. So sorry, there was only one new item.
Awesome. All right. Anything else for tonight? I assume we're staying on Zoom for the time being.
Unless Zach decides not to.
Is that a discussion? My opinion last time we chatted was this is easy for me. And I don't think we're the kind of committee where we often have to look over blueprints or anything. So I'm happy staying this way. I know John probably likes being able to go home. Does anyone have we can make it another discussion, I suppose, if anyone has strong thoughts about going back in person before the governor requires us to. But for me, for now, I'm happy with this. All right. All right. Well, if there's nothing else, can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
And roll call. Elise,
Yes.
Madhu,
Yes.
Rachel,
Rachel, yes.
Ron,
Yes.
and Curtis,
Yes.
and Ted will say yes as well. That's what we got.
Okay.
John, would it be easiest for you to send an email to Rachel and me to start an agenda for next time? Is that how this works now that we are co-chairs?
Yeah, so Curtis, could you send me the work plan, the most up-to-date version you have? And usually, so this is kind of the nitty-gritty, which none of you need to stay on for. For planning board, we have just a live sheet internally that says the next items on the agenda for upcoming meetings, but I think that system would probably work well for Zach. So I may create a shared document and possibly give you guys access. I don't know if we can even do that, but just to keep a live document of upcoming agenda topics to discuss, and see if that works better than a work plan, so to speak.
That sounds great. Awesome.
So I can get that started once Curtis sends me the updated work plan, and then I think it might be good to schedule a phone call with the three of us just to discuss
Okay.
everything offline.
Awesome. Sounds
All right.
great. All right. We're adjourned, everybody.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
Good
you all.
night.
Bye.